You have way too much faith in institutions. You have
I have
way
more
too much
faith in. I'm talking about people, not institutions.
Yeah, but the people have to go.
No,
no. See, this is the other thing. The people have to go through the institutions, Mike.
No, they don't.
Yes, they do. How are you going to make this change? How are you going to make this change when you have all of these people that are in the administrative state where we just change the guy that's in the front and they literally did it to Trump? Hashtag walk away. You could make it happen. You could all go live on a homestead. You could all form your own little counties. You could all do all of these old. You could organize at the local level, and you could tell the federal government and the state government, we're not doing it. And if you got enough people, you could do that. But if you're going to try to do it the other way, you got to go through the system.
This is what you're talking about, Greg, is that, so the guy on top or the gal on top swaps, but the deep state or permanent Washington or whatever you want to call it, those people are still there, right? And they've been there 20, 30 years, and they've been grifting for years. And the biggest grifter of them all is who, the guy who I'll get canceled for saying, Mr. Jab guy himself.
We say his name and the censors, it hits one of the
censors hammer you. So I don't want to say his name, but that guy, he was the most highly paid, government official in the entire country. He had been grifting for over 30 years. He was like 70 some odd years old when it started, and he was making over $500,000 a year. I'm not making that up. That guy doesn't care.
I think it was higher than that, Larry.
I love hearing the men talk about. I'm getting educated right now.
No problem. You'll love being around me. I talk a lot. Okay. To answer your question about, oh my God, this will never happen. Yeah, well, it's real simple, and I got a great example of that. Joe Biden, Michigan. 101,000 votes. Let me explain what that means. Joe Biden, obviously, we have these insane people with the Democratic Socialists of America. Yes, if you're in the Democratic Socialists of America, you're insane. So they happen to love Hamas, a terrorist organization that killed 34 Americans, took 22 Americans hostage. These are all civilians without any warning, and they are torturing and sexually abusing them as we speak. These are all internationally verified facts. Period. And the Democratic Socialists of America, as well as Harvard University, are supporting that terrorism. What joyous people. But they do have...
where's the 101,000 people? You just want to yell about Hamas. Every time we get on the show, you want to yell about Hamas every time, and you find a way to yell about Hamas. You did it again. Damn you. You always yell about Hamas.
I'm about to tie it together. You cut me right off at the
yell
kick
about
here.
Hamas again.
Well, yes, because in Michigan,
and here's the point.
Yes,
of course I did. I want the Americans back home. Yes, I did say it again. But here it is. In Michigan, the DSA wrote in uncommitted to make their position understood to Biden and to the rest of the Democratic Party. And they said that if you do not comply, if you do not fund Hamas, build them up here and help out the terrorists, we're going to restrict our votes. Well, guess what? If you looked at the actual numbers in the primary, Michigan being a swing state, Trump came in with 759,000 votes just for himself. Joe Biden came in with 632,000. 101,000 of the DSA votes voted uncommitted. They needed that 100,000 votes to be competitive. And right after that, the next couple of days, after we saw this uncommitted vote come in, that is absolutely necessary for Biden to be competitive. We hear in the State of the Union that Joe Biden is going over to Hamas to build them up here. Oh, yay for terrorism. So, yes, we can actually affect this in small groups because you don't need to be the majority party. You don't need to be the majority faction in your party. You just have to have enough votes. This is what the libertarians are after anyway in the first place. You don't want to win because it's too tough. You'll take another half century to win outright. But if you can take the 5% it takes to win the race, no, I'm saying if you get the 5% that actually decides the race, you have a seat at the table and everyone's going to be talking to you. So yes, we can do this. I don't need anyone to say, Mike, I agree with you 100%. I just need 5% of the people to say they agree with me, and race is going to be decided by 2%. And then I'm in. So yes, Americans can do it.
Can I answer? Mike's example of a win was a loss. Like he just said, well,
I'm a
no,
realist.
no,
Fine.
my
I'm a
point.
realist.
No, he literally said, look at all this great stuff we affected change, but then the thing that we affected was we're wasting money building a port, and we're still going to get into World War III.
Well,
like,
no, we're not.
this is-
no. Now you've taken me out of context.
I didn't say that you said
World War III, Craig. Don't
Hamas
get
is
him on
not-
World War III. We'll be here for 6
it's not-
hours. There's World War III with him.
No, it isn't
Don't do
World
that.
War III. That is hype. 3 regional
He's
simultaneous
already
wars.
going.
Yes, and no, there is nothing beneficial about Hamas. There is nothing beneficial about what we are doing in Gaza right now. Get the Americans back home, then let's have a conversation about
Hold
anything
on,
else.
though.
No Soundbites Allowed is a podcast hosted by Michael Vass. The podcast focuses on providing in-depth discussions on various political and social issues. As the title suggests, the aim is to go beyond quick soundbites and explore topics in greater detail. Michael Vass, the host, engages with guests to analyze and discuss current events, policies, and political ideologies. The live stream and videos cover a wide range of subjects, including politics, economics, social issues, and more. By delving into longer, more comprehensive conversations, No Soundbites Allowed aims to provide listeners with a deeper understanding of the complexities surrounding contemporary issues. AI is listening. Shouldn't you know what AI knows? Aren't you tired of being treated like a child by major media parrots and want to be respected as an adult? There is nothing to lose and a lot to potentially gain, so check out No Soundbites Allowed on all major social media platforms.